On the night my family tried to humiliate me in front of a stranger, they didn't realize one thing. The man they were trying to impress actually worked for me. And the truth I exposed that night didn't just end a career. It destroyed an entire family dynasty. My name is Lena Hart, 31 years old, and the only person at the Ocean View dinner party in Aurora Bay who wasn't pretending to be happy. The garden lights glowed soft amber over the long wooden tables. Waves crashed nearby. Everyone laughed like they were auditioning for a commercial about perfect families. Everyone except me. Near the grill stood my half-sister, Savannah Hart, Dad's daughter from his second marriage. Perfect hair, perfect smile, perfect life, just not perfect morals. And tonight, she wanted the world to see me as the family embarrassment. She hooked her arm through a tall man in a charcoal suit and shouted, "Everyone meet my loser sister Lena." The family disappointment. Laughter. Her mother's annoyingly sharp giggle. Our cousin smirking. Even Dad shook his head like he agreed. Then the man beside her, the one she wanted to impress, looked at me carefully, tilted his head, and said, "Interesting because you're fired." Savannah's face froze. The entire courtyard went silent. She had no idea the man she dragged here, Adrian Cole, wasn't actually her boss. He was mine. And that was only the beginning. The next morning, I drove to the old coastal house Dad kept after divorcing my mother. Dust hung in the sunbeams like ghosts. Mom's old belongings were stacked in the guest room. She died when I was 18, lung cancer, sudden and cruel. While sorting her boxes, I found something she'd hidden, a velvet pouch. Inside it, a small USB drive. I plugged it into my laptop. What opened on my screen made my heart stop. Campaigns I had created years ago, stolen, reused, broadcast under Savannah's name. She had been climbing the corporate ladder on my stolen work. And Mom had somehow known. The truth hit so hard it hurt to breathe. I drove to downtown Aurora Bay to meet Kira Monroe, my college roommate and a digital forensics genius. Her apartment sat above a music shop, walls covered in movie posters and dried coffee stains. "You look like hell," she said warmly. I slid the USB across the table. "Kira, I need you to follow everything inside this." She scanned the files. Her eyebrows lifted higher, higher. Then she whispered, "Lena, your sister didn't just steal your work. She built her entire career on it." Kira pulled metadata, server logs, upload locations. Everything traced to one thing. 5 years of my work uploaded through Savannah's credentials at the TV studio. And she had no idea I owned the creative company behind their network. What no one in my family ever cared to know. At 23, I built Heartline Creative Energy, a marketing and safety media firm. One desk, one laptop, one rented basement. By 29, it had grown into a $14 million company with branches across San Diego and Denver. And the local Aurora Bay News Network? A tiny subsidiary under Heartline Creative Energy. Savannah was working inside my empire, stealing from the very woman she called a failure. And now, I was done being silent. Savannah invited me to another family barbecue. "Bring dessert," she texted, like nothing had happened. Instead, I brought my laptop. The moment everyone settled at the table, laughing, drinking, bragging, I pressed play. Side-by-side comparisons appeared on screen. My original work versus Savannah's stolen broadcasts. Same words, same layouts, same designs, same timestamps. Everyone froze. Dad's tongs dropped into the grill. Her mother's glass shattered. A cousin whispered, "Oh my God." But the biggest shock. Adrian Cole stepped forward and said loudly, "Savannah, I don't work for you. I work for Lena. And you're fired, effective immediately." Savannah's world collapsed in real time. The next day, Dad showed up at my apartment. He placed a thick envelope on the table. $200,000. "Drop the accusations," he said. "Forgive your sister. Sign an NDA. We'll pretend it never happened." I stared at him, then asked quietly, "Where did you get this money?" He didn't answer, but someone else did. My younger stepsister Talia, 19, burst in with her phone. "Lena, Dad didn't give you his money. She opened bank statements from the charity Dad managed. $68,000 missing. Transferred to Savannah. Labeled consulting fees. Dad lunged to grab the phone. Talia stepped back. You stole charity funds to protect Savannah. Dad's face went gray. I ripped the envelope open. The check was from the charity's account. Not from him, he whispered. I protected my daughter. I said, which one? Silence. Then he left. We never spoke again. Everything fell apart rapidly. Savannah. Blacklisted from TV job applications, rejected everywhere, condo foreclosed, forced to move into a tiny roadside studio, no one hiring her due to digital plagiarism flags. Dad. Investigated, forced to admit embezzlement, 3-year probation, community service banned from charity work, marriage collapsing. Stepmother Meryl. Filed for separation, sold her luxury car, moved out. Talia. Transferred to another college, stopped contacting them completely. And I moved to the Denver branch. Started fresh. Quiet. Free. Finally respected. People think revenge is loud. But real revenge is silence, distance, and success. Family isn't blood. Family is loyalty. And betrayal from those closest to you leaves a scar you don't hide. You learn from. Cutting ties wasn't cruelty. It was self-preservation. And it saved my life.